crime say that the violence seen in Leicester between Hindus and Muslims could present a new challenge to social cohesion across Britain. This, of course, comes as hundreds of young men clashed with the police as the atmosphere was aggravated by online videos showing a man pulling down a flag outside a Hindu temple. Leicestershire Police said they are working to keep you safe and to arrest and bring to justice those that are causing harm in our communities. Joining me now to discuss this is Imran Hameed, founder of Bearded Bros. Hi, Mohammed. Hi, Imran. Sorry, I completely read your name wrong. Imran, thank you very much for joining me on Real Britain. Now, you were in the West Midlands in Smethwick, I believe, where tensions seem to be simmering as well. What's been going on there?
This is all on the back of what's going on in Leicester for the sort of past few weeks. What we have is we have a movement from India, namely the RSS, which is a far-right movement who have been protesting on the streets, and is getting a bit ugly over there, and the police are having to pick up the sort of mess. The same sort of things going on over here, where we've had a lot of fake news across social media, people saying, oh, there's going to be a protest outside the Hindu temples. So, yeah, that's where we're at. And then we had a couple of days ago about 150, 200 people protesting outside the Hindu temple. So that's where we are at now.
Community leaders of the Hindu community and the Muslim community have stood up and they've said, we want unity, we want people to get along together, we don't stand for this, etc., etc., but it doesn't seem to be seeping into the communities themselves. What can we do to try and unify people who clearly can't get along?
The problem is, right, this is not a Hindu-Muslim affair. This is not this. This is... how if we had, for example, ISIS walking the streets, me as a Muslim, I would stand up and condemn that. Right, I'm sure everybody else would as well. This is a far-right movement against Muslims. These are people who are chanting religious slurs outside a mosque, provoking Muslim youngsters to act. This is not a fight against Hindus and Muslims. We, as community leaders, faith leaders, we're all standing there with the Hindu temples, with the Sikh gurdwaras, the Muslim mosques, and saying, listen, we're all one. We've lived happily for decades without any problems. Okay, we should not let any far-right movement, whatever they call themselves.
But Imran, yes. Of course, that's your opinion, but then on the other side, there are many Hindus who believe that there are Islamists on the street who have been making accusations against them and threatening them and so on and so forth. So it seems to me that there are conflicts that are ongoing, and a lot of people watching today will be worried that we're going to see more of this in other towns and cities across the United Kingdom, and that multiculturalism, while it brings lots of benefits, also means that we import conflicts from other countries. So how can we, without blaming one group over another, how can we sort this out?
Like I said to you, regardless of what they call themselves, Islamist terrorists, RSS, neo-Nazis, whatever they call themselves, you and I need to stand in condemnation. Doesn't matter who we are. If I'm Muslim and the other person is a Hindu or a Christian or atheist, we all need to call this out for what it is. If it's Islamist terrorists, if it's Hindu terrorists, if we all stand united, nobody can get in between us. That's my whole point. I'm not blaming a certain person, but the troubles in Leicester have been caused by Hindu extremists. And
now, what we need...
spade a spade.
What we need really, because Leicester, for example, has been held up by some in the media and some people as this, a place where people of all different backgrounds have been able to live side by side together, integrate, live a nice life, live a cohesive life in Britain. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore, at least with these specific individuals. People have been locking themselves in their homes because they're scared of the violence and what could erupt. Is this just down to dialogue? Do the police need to get tougher on these things?
The police definitely need to step up its game, but I disagree with you. In the Smethwick incidents a few days ago, me and 50 other Muslim community members were inside of the Hindu temple protecting the temple. right? The protesting was very much peaceful. There was about 30 seconds of madness, yes. Okay, but most of it, I think everybody, normal Hindu and normal Muslim people, do not want this. The police needs to definitely step up their game and take robust actions on anyone, regardless of which side they're on. Right? If they are getting physical or threatening people, this needs to stop, and the police needs to toughen up on this.